Bo Nix was ranked 20th in the latest 2026 quarterback rankings, compiled by analysts Mina Kimes and Benjamin Slovic. Despite leading the Denver Broncos to a spectacular 14-3 regular season record, securing the AFC West title over Patrick Mahomes and guiding the team deep into the postseason before a late ankle injury, national analysts continue to view his individual efficiency metrics with skepticism. This placement slides him directly behind several highly debatable signal callers, sparking intense pushback from the Broncos community and fantasy circles. The primary frustration surrounding the latest list from the Mina Khan show centers on how Nick's heavy volume of winning has been divorced from his tier placement, dropping him to number 20, means media consensus views him essentially as a lower tier starter, ignoring that he engineered 7 game-winning drives and finished near the top in league in avoiding sacks. Detractors argue that Denver's elite defense and offensive line carried the weight, but the local supporters point out that Nick's poise and vertical progression late in the year were instrumental to their 14-win campaign. The fundamental divide keeps Nick trapped in what fans consider a perpetual loop of media disrespect. Slotted behind Sam Darnold. He's behind Sam Darnold. Perhaps the most galling takeaway from the rankings is that Nick sat at number 20, right behind Sam Darnold at number 19, who managed the Super Bowl title with a stacked roster. While Darnold captured the ultimate team prize, his career has been a roller coaster of high turnover voluntarily compared to Nick's steadier baseline. Placing Darnold higher rewards a veteran beneficiary of a premier system while penalizing Nick for similar environmental advantages in Denver. The comparison feels like a double standard to the Broncos faithful, who watch Nick outpace many veteran peers in key volume categories. The rankings grow even more head-scratching when considering other quarterbacks pushed ahead of Nick in similar all-season tiers, notably Kyler Murray, Jackson Dart. Murray, now with the Vikings, managed few appearances in his prior campaign and hasn't secured a winning season in half a decade, meaning while Dart is coming off a highly uneven rookie year, evaluating a volatile veteran on a cheap contract and an improving sophomore over a quarterback who just dethroned the Chiefs, how heavily analysts are weighing theoretically ceiling and draft pedigree over actual concrete on-field evaluation. To understand why analysts like Slowick and Mina Kimes land on these lower placements, one has to look into the advanced efficiency metrics rather than simply win-loss records. Despite throwing for 3,931 yards and 25 touchdowns, Nick's consistency was highly uneven before Thanksgiving, resulting in a modest traditional passer rating and lower success rate figures. He also logged 7 separate games with lower than 200 passing yards. Critics maintain that his low pressure to sack rate is heavily shielded by Sean Payton's quick game architecture, and that he still has to prove he can consistently manipulate defenses over the field. Ultimately, the lower rankings provide the Broncos with primetime bulletin board material heading into the 2026 season. Nick remains one of the best financial bargains in football, carrying a minor $5.1 million cap hit while providing top-tier wins, with Denver adding premier weapons like Jalen Waddle to bolster the intermediate passing game. The infrastructure is perfectly set for Nick to erase these analytical doubts if he can match his late-season clinical efficiency with early-season consistency. National pundits will have no choice but to push him into the top 10 tier where his fans believe he's already belongs. Go Broncos.